And we know that Stephen Miller, the Trump administration, cannot stomach the idea of someone who came in under the Biden administration, especially if they were paroled in, now being eligible for a green card. So this memo explicitly talks about 212D5 parole and people in that category. I think that's primarily what they're after. But they also just vaguely talk about adjustment, and they say, you know what, this is actually something, this is an act of administrative grace that we give to someone. This is discretion. This is not just about statutory eligibility. And from now on, we're just issuing a blanket directive to our adjudicators that we want you guys to exercise your discretion. But of course, they don't say this qualifies, that doesn't qualify. And part of that, I think, is that they're trying to survive litigation, because they're like, well, we're just, telling our officers to exercise discretion. Surely that's going to be one of their arguments when they get sued, which will also surely happen. But they are not saying, like, if there's a fraud finding or a criminal history or 212D5 parole, that these are the people who are ineligible. They're just saying, from now on, we think adjustment of status is an act of administrative grace, and we're only going to exercise it in extraordinary circumstances. So all the folks who are adjusting, who are already filed, this is a really common question. If you've already filed your application, it applies to you. If your case is pending, this memo applies to you. If you've already had your interview and you're waiting for the decision, this memo applies to you. It is retroactive. So everybody who has this case pending is like, what does this mean for me? This new vague reference to discretion and administrative grace. Well, we know what they also refer to, other than the 212D5 parole, is criminal history, visa overstays, immigrant intent. That's a big one. They really don't like it when people come in with a tourist visa and intend to apply for a green card. They haven't liked it for a long time, but now they're cracking down on that. Public charge issues. And then I think I already said it, but fraud is going to be another big one. So obviously people who have fraud findings or criminal history have already had to be careful. Now they're going to be digging in and I guess accusing more people of fraud. So we are going to be continuing to file these applications. The statute is clear about who is eligible to adjust status, and they cannot change that by memo.